Yes, sir. It's another Tuesday, and the Progressive Minds is live. Okay, this evening we want to focus on this pretty young lady and nice gentleman here who have extreme talent in music. They are all musicians situated in the city of Chicago. We'll start with Ugochi Nwango. She's a creative. Please, if I messed the last name, uh, help me out. Help me out if I messed it up. Okay. Ugochi Nwangugu is a creative musician and a writer. She's also a poet. She's a child of Nigeria, West Africa, who grew up. Who has grown into a full-fledged singer and songwriter. She's comfortable enough with her talent for sound and the absence of it. She also has shared the stage with established artists such as Common, Eric Bennett, John Legend, Femi Kuti, Edward McCain, Maxi Priest, Malik Youssef, Ufrays, Maggie J, Ivy, Luciano, Shaggy, Wayne Wonder, Stephen Marley, and Toot and Matos. She's also shared the stage with me, Alinko. Whoa, this lady has great credentials. She has been on this stage. She also was awarded the Chicago Music Awards classified her as Best African Entertainer in 2005. That is one of her awards. She is described as a lively, energetic person and who has a big heart. She's also has written poems that have been honored by internationally renowned organizations like Apples and Snakes in the UK. That is Ugochi for you, the lady sitting right here. And Iyzee Mays is an American singer, songwriter, record producer living here in Chicago, specifically. Oh, no, I'm not going to call your community. I was going to give the name of your community, your neighborhood, but I won't do it. He's a first-generation American who spent his entire childhood soaking up all the musical influences on the pop music scene. Through his music, he pays homage to all of the greats of Prince to Justin Timberlake and the legend Michael Jackson. His music is Iyzee.
Iyzee.
Iyzee's sound is an energetic blend of pop with strong R&B influences, all of which seeks to showcase his tremendous vocal range. He is truly a unique talent who promises to be the one to watch as he carves out his place in the music history. Aaron, we did all the research we could. Last minute, after getting all the information, when I was trying to put it in my system, I lost it. So, Aaron, pardon me. Tell me who Aaron is.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm Aaron O. I am a music producer, singer, songwriter. I've actually worked with Iyzee for about 3 years now, so I learned a lot from him, but my music really stems from my family. My father was a Christian minister in the south side of Chicago, so I would mostly associate myself with a Christian rapper, and I'm leaning towards more contemporary R&B. And so that's who I am. I'm looking to carve my way with some positive music, and I'm just really happy to be here.
Thank you so much. Tell me about Family Life. I know we've already introduced, so there's a lot to go into Ugochi. How long have you been in the States?
So I actually was born in Chicago.
Okay.
My father came to the U.S. in the late 60s. And so I was actually born here. I'm first generation born in Chicago.
Okay. Okay.
But I travel back to Nigeria very often, every few years. So.
All right.
Yeah, we keep it kind of connected. We keep it connected.
Family life?
Yes.
Single, married, dating?
I just got married last year.
Not last year.
Congratulations.
Now we're waiting on the bachelors here. To do with Iyzee. So we heard a little about you. If you're not playing music, what do you like to do?
That's a weird question because I don't like to do anything else.
All right.
That's literally all I spend my time doing. I'm either working at school or I'm doing music.
Okay. Ugochi, what drove you into music?
It's very interesting. So I went to FAMU for journalism and came back to Chicago. And when I came back to Chicago, the poetry scene was happening. It was very big and very beautiful and very black and very outspoken. And Love Jones was basically being created. That whole environment was what I came back into. And so I started the pathway through poetry. And then from there, everyone was meeting in that environment. So I found musicians within that scene, and then the rest was kind of history. I started to create the album.
Okay. How about Aaron?
Myself, when I'm not making music or writing songs with Iyzee, I'm very active in my church. That's Healing Waters Ministries. I also work for Catholic Charities here in the city as a manager over their social programs. I have a 10-year-old son. He keeps me busy. And I'm helping my mom right now launch a bakery called Miss G's Bakery. So I'm always busy in some type of creative project or the community.
How about Iyzee?
So right now I currently work at a hair salon, and if I'm not at that right now, I'm studying computer engineering and minoring in psychology in school.
All right.
Okay. And so I asked the same question. What drove you into? What inspired you to start doing music?
So
and what age though? At what age did you add that to it?
I would say around 12 years old. I didn't know I had a talent. We had a substitute teacher in class, and everybody was singing Michael Jackson songs. So, but people were just laughing. They were doing it jokefully.
Right.
So I thought I was being funny, and I started singing Thriller by Michael Jackson. I started laughing at the end of it, but nobody else was laughing. So I was kind of confused. And they were like, "Hey, can you sing another song?" And I was like, "Sure." And then that's when I developed my passion for performing and singing. And I imitated Michael Jackson for about 2 years. And then I wanted to get into my own style, so I started trying to figure out who I was and started writing my own songs, producing my own songs, and trying to soak up all the music and styles and get inspired by everybody that I can. So I believe a lot of artists I've seen they don't appreciate other people's music because they're too focused on themselves. So. And the way that I view music is that we would all only be successful if we help each other and try to engage in this community. And I came up with this concept that if we start going to places where people don't typically interact and get them to dance together, then we can bring the community together. So that's where I'm trying to go with things right now. I'm going to start at preschool and go to second grade, and hopefully get the kids to decrease the bully rates in schools by getting them to interact for the people that typically don't.
What would you, and I'll throw this question to you, and if you can take this, I would like you all to give me your opinion. What do you see with the current music industry today? What will be your assessment?
My assessment of the music industry today is streaming rates are going to go through the roof, so songwriters will begin to make more money. They had a huge decline, so if you're writing songs, I would tell you that's where the money is for the next 10 years. It's been there, but, streaming had declined. So I see a bright future for songwriters. So I would say anyone getting their songs written by other people, you might want to take a stab at writing because that's where the business will be for the next few years.
Well, the business has always been in writing and publishing. But
Absolutely.
I feel like, the music industry is almost non-existent as it stands.
We want to hear you.
From the industry that we knew, that I knew growing up, that industry is vanishing. So this is a new kind of system. Even marketing music, the format is changing all the time. It's changing every few years, from records to cassettes to CDs to USB now, digital downloads, it's like it's always changing. So I'm just kind of watching what's happening with it all. I feel like the artist has always had all of the power, and the writer has always been the king or the queen.
The writers of the songs, right?
Sure. Always.
I definitely think that music is getting a lot more electronic and people are picking up less instruments because they can do everything digitally. And I also think that, since streaming is taking over, they're still going to try to figure out a new way to hit it higher. I'm not sure if they're going to start performing live in front of people through VR systems or where exactly the industry is going. But, the
holograms.
Just put a hologram right there in your living room. I'm not sure where it's going to go, but...
I was listening to Stevie Harvey the other day, and he said he was talking to... I think we have someone calling in. We would open the phone lines in a few minutes, so please give us. We want to dive a little bit. So Stevie Harvey, according to him, was talking to Shaka Khan, and he asked her what her opinion of today's music. And according to Steve Harvey, one word or one sentence that came out of her mouth is lack of talent. According to Shaka Khan, that today's music is lacking like raw talent. And alluding to what you're saying, due to maybe sophistication of equipments and tools and softwares, you don't need a talent. You can just get on the mic and tweak things and produce music, right?
Well, Quincy Jones said the same thing in his documentary.
Okay.
Because he said at the time when he was making music, everyone was musicians that were making music. So you have more people who are making music that aren't musicians. That's a problem. But also, I just think that music, it is more about popularity and who your camp is, more so than, say, when you had artists who had to have the talent to have the draw. So you had the Sam Cookes, you had the Marvin Gayes, you had the James Browns. You didn't have, you know, Milli Vanilli kind of character, kind of singers. You had real artists. And it's just changing now. You don't really need to be a true talent.
Right.
You know, you just need to have the right people in your camp. You
actually have been on the stage, shared the stage with Shaggy, Maxi Priest, all these guys.
Yeah.
Was this all in Chicago?
In Chicago, some of it, most of it. But I travel a lot, so sometimes, like Michelle Indeggiocello was in Italy. Shaggy was in Leeds in England. Yeah, so most of it is in Chicago because I also play in a club, the Wild Hair. It's a reggae club, and so a lot of the greats come to the Wild Hair, and so because I do a lot of residencies there, so it's like my house, and those are my family. Shout out to the Wild Hair.
Shout out to the Wild Hair.
So yeah, it's just also, you know, with artists you have to kind of move around if you really want to make the most impact. So I find that I have to circulate to really make the impact I want to make as a global artist.
We want to play one of your songs, and then when we come back, we will try and get we're trying to get the other folks here. I'll actually try to go to a song that
someone's girl, like bass.
Yeah, technical difficulties.
Dress. So I started searching for someone that was more protective, and that's how I found her. I want you to be someone different, a lady everyone don't get to see. You gon' be my inspiration. I'm gon' hold your halo, brush your wings, 'cause you're more than a body, babe. And I don't want that picture in there, mine. Yeah, I know it's poppin', baby, but I don't wanna let them have what's mine. This is what they know about you. This is what they say about you. This is how they talk about you. 'Cause you're more than a body, babe. I need a break from the hype. I need to cut off the iPhone, 'cause what is in front of me isn't a wannabe model, a mother, a wife. I need to upgrade the ice. I wanna marry her twice. 'Cause my lady's sacred, she not for the taking, not going for phonies and liars. Baby, you wanna be ballin', ignoring her ex when he callin'. Not showing them sympathy, girl, when you with me, don't pick up for negative energy, no. Baby, let's take a vacation and turn off our notifications. Taking shots in the villa, clothes off from the beach, not caring who watching X-rated. That way, we laughing and loving life heavy, reminiscing the back of a Chevy. The window get foggy from loving. Saucy, shorty's the cream in my coffee. She cannot keep her lips off me, and this is not for everybody. I want you to be someone different, a lady everyone don't get to see. You gon' be my inspiration. I'm gon' hold your halo, brush your wings, 'cause you're more than a body, babe. And I don't want that picture in there, mine. Yeah, I know it's poppin', baby, but I don't wanna let them have what's mine. This is what they know about you. This is what they say about you. body, babe. She holding down our home every time I'm gone, yeah. And she don't have to worry when I sleep alone, no. A ring is not an item to be taken off, never. And what we share together can't be broke apart. Ooh, turn up, yeah. Wifey's the heat to my furnace, and I'm so excited I jet home. Only the Lord could have joined us, yeah. Happiness, other women, I don't think of them. No, I will not have a drink with them. Not sorry, and I cannot live with them, no. My baby does not keep me bored. When she talking, I never ignore. She the reason we stay on the Forbes, yeah. Money, babe, we raising our family the honest way. I love how we privately own it. With no one, we playing our moments, ooh. I want you to be someone different. A lady everyone don't get to see. You gon' be my inspiration. I'm gon' hold your halo, brush your waist. Cause you're more than a body, babe. And I
Okay, that that didn't mean to end abruptly. I just couldn't stop it. But look, Aaron, you got a good thing going.
Oh, thank you.
You see, I'm blessed to have future. I mean, you're all stars already, and I'm blessed to have you all at a go on my show. Of course, we want to let the community know you. I know you all have great followers. But we still want to know. We still want to let the ones who don't know you see you and get to hear you and hear your music, and also see that you are regular folks in the community, but you have this exceptional talent.
Absolutely.
And look, man, as for Ugochi, she's already there, so she doesn't need she doesn't need to be a star anymore. She's already there. She's very soon she'll be moving from here to Hollywood, just like all the other top Chicago guys have been doing.
This is my town.
Ugochi, why have they been doing that? All those people from Twister, from R. Kelly, they leave Chicago.
There's been articles that say that there's a huge flight out of Chicago, but it's because of the taxes.
The taxes?
It's because of just the cost of living.
Come on
so
now,
high,
man. Iyzee and Aaron, don't become stars and leave Chicago, man. I want to see you, because if you leave, you all have to. Pay me when you become stars. Oh, that was by the way. But if you just tuned in, we are talking to very inspirational stars in our community. Iyzee Mays, Ugochi, who's a legend, and then Aaron O here. I've just discovered a legend. He's already a legend on his own and in his community. But I'm just seeing him for real. And I've met you on 2 occasions.
Yeah.
2 occasions. Yesterday, I was the one taking a picture.
Absolutely.
And you didn't know that. Yeah,
I didn't know.
You had no idea, yes. And so I am glad that, these musicians are in our community. You want to check their music out. Of course, they'll be giving their details out, and then look them up on internet. Aaron doesn't have his music out yet, but watch out for Aaron O. And then whilst you were at it, go on our website, WGACFM, make a donation. The tax season is still ripe, okay? You can still donate right now and file your taxes with it from $1 to $1 million. And then you can, right now you also have an option to choose any program, your favorite program. I advise you to choose, of course, I'll always encourage you to choose the Progressive Mind Show and make a donation to us, because what you give us is how we are able to thrive. So please remember to do that. We have callers already on the line. Earlier in the show, I probably didn't tell you this, but we have a phenomenal lady who is doing extraordinary work all the way in Nigeria. Wow. She is in the United States about to attend a conference, a UN conference, and we will want you to hear her story. Amazing story. Joy is on the line, but before we speak with Joy, we have a caller who wants to, I'm sure she's trying to speak with you. Caller, tell us why you were calling, and if you can please tell us your name as well.
Hello, my name is Rashanya Driver.
Yes, please go ahead with your question or your suggestion, if you may.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
Hello, Aaron Ho. Oh, how long have you been a producer?
For about 8 years.
Do you enjoy it?
I love it. I think being a producer has taught me how to make hits. If I didn't listen for the best beats, the right styles, the producer came first. I'm just now stepping out as an artist. So I love producing. Why did you ask that?
Because I was noticing your music.
Well, oh, you were digging his music.
Yes.
All right, start saving up some money because he's gonna be releasing it soon, and as soon as it comes out, you must buy one.
Yeah,
Thank you.
because I'm a Christian. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Praise God.
Okay, so you can vibe with his style, right?
Yes.
Okay. Do you still think Christian music or Christian inspired music is boring?
I like all types of music, but
Uh-huh.
I like Christian music the most. And yes.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm asking. I mean, people say Christian music or Christian inspired music is boring. Do you think so?
Well, yes.
You think it's boring? I don't think so. Well, anyway, thank you so much for ringing. If you don't have any questions, we will move to the next call.
Okay, thank you for listening to me.
And thank you.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, as I said earlier, we would want to talk to this lady. Joy again is a phenomenal woman. Before we speak to Joy, over the weekend the Ghanaian community celebrated its independence, and it was a marvelous event. Again, people have their reservations or people have their opinions as to why we should celebrate this in the first place, but everybody has their opinions, and they have the rights to have those, and we gotta keep having the opposite. I mean, diverse conversations, okay, or opposing conversations, opposing conversations. While and these are things that make us better. So everybody's opinion matter, and we should always have the culture and the attitude of listening. And a few people that were awarded. I think Mr. Candyman, I've forgotten his real name, but Mr. Candyman was awarded for his tremendous community contribution to the Ghanaian community and beyond. This guy is a wonderful guy, and I dove up my hat to you, Candyman, for your selflessness and your commitment to helping people, especially the Ghanaian community and also outside our community. I see you at all events. If the state is doing it, it doesn't matter if it's state, county, local. It doesn't matter. This guy is there and helping out and giving out money and all that stuff and giving out goods. So God really richly bless you, Candyman. Keep doing what you're doing. And actually, the Bible says there's more blessing in giving than receiving. So you would be receiving 7 times fold everything you've given out. And also, I want to give out a big shout out to Felicia Opre Ajari, who also received an award during the weekend for her enormous, voluminous contribution to the Ghanaian community and the entire Chicago society. So thank you all. I just want to give you a special shout out, Felicia and Candyman, for your outstanding performances, and the Ghana National Council. Regardless of whatever view anybody has, this team always come up with wonderful events, and it's all well planned out and well organized. Again, another wonderful event planned and executed by the Ghana National Council, headed by the president, Pakwesi, and your team. Good job again. And Eunice Cromwell, I haven't forgotten you. An excellent lady. Okay, Joy, do we still have you on the line? Hello, Joy. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so Joy, I would like to say Joy Pleasant. I'm trying to get your last name, but if you can help me.
Joy Obonai.
Yes, Joy Obonai is the president and I'll say the founder of Pleasant Gathering. Pleasant Gathering is a 501c organization in Nigeria. They also have a 501c status in the United States. Tell us briefly about Pleasant Gathering, please.
Okay. The Pleasant Gathering is a faith-based non-governmental organization incorporated in Nigeria with the Corporate Affairs Commission in 2006, and also got the 501c3 status here in the U.S. Our vision is to equip and to empower the next generation to fulfill their destiny. We run different projects in order to accomplish this. And one of the first project we run, there are about 6 projects, ongoing projects. We run the Pleasant Garden Stop Prostitution campaign. This takes us to the streets at night from like 10 p.m. in the night to 2 a.m. in the night, where we go looking for the girls who are into prostitution, young ladies, drug addicts, young men who are into drug addicts, and robbery, and other social vices. Because we believe in the power of the gospel as the greatest antidote to change. So we take the gospel to them in the street, and we try to rehabilitate them. And this has been ongoing for like 10 years now.
20 years?
Presently, 10 years.
10 years, okay.
Yes, and we have some of them who are already beneficiaries to this project, even as I'm talking now.
Okay.
And then
So the core of what you're doing is to rescue, if I may use the word, destitutes or vulnerable children.
Vulnerable children.
Vulnerable children roaming the streets of Nigeria, especially in Lagos.
Southeast Nigeria, Enugu.
Enugu, okay.
That's where I'm based.
All right. So you bring...
And we do this with Youth Talk to Youth. I do it with young people.
Okay. So you try and rescue these people, and then do you take them to special schools that you have affiliation with, or you have a big compound where you keep...
Some of them are already, if they are undergraduates, we try to empower them.
Okay.
That's where the empowerment comes. We try to ensure that their school fees are paid.
Okay.
Because some of them engage themselves into these social vices because of poverty and lack of money.
Okay.
And some, if we discover that you've not been to school and maybe you are good and skilled, we try to teach you skills that could help you to be self-empowered and self-employed.
So there are a lot of kids scattered all over. I mean, the states that you just... Enugu State.
Yes.
And I understand that, is it every year that you have the gathering, the Pleasant Gathering? Tell us about that.
The Pleasant Gathering runs its meeting on monthly basis.
On a monthly basis.
You can visit our website, www.pleasantgathering.org. But apart from the Stop Prostitution campaign, we run what is known as, I said we run 6 projects. One of them is just the Stop Prostitution campaign. The second one is the Pleasant Gathering Reading Club in secondary schools. And we go to high schools with our volunteers to try to mentor, to try to train, to try to ensure that they sit down and read their book, to add to what the teachers are already doing, and to restore the moral culture. Because we believe in both prevention, in acting as preventionists and interventionists. Because if we are able to prevent them from all these social vices, we may be able to help in the future.
Okay.
Yes.
So every month.
That's why we run this. And then once in a year, we bring them together in the number and thousands of them from different schools, because we partner with the PPSMD, that's the Ministry of Education.
Okay.
In Enugu State.
And that's what I was going to get into. So that gathering that I saw, and I've seen the pictures that you've sent. I wish,
over 5,000 of
I wish
them,
you all can see it. It's amazing, like a whole bunch of students. Okay, young people. I think at the age of 10,
11, 12, and we are trying to secure the future, because if we secure their destiny now, then the future is secure.
What is the cut-off age?
That from 10, 11, some of them get into the high school, just one at junior secondary school, one at the age of 10, 11, 12, 18.
Okay, so 18.
18.
So yes. 18 is the highest.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then some of them, if they have issues, you have 19 and 20. If they have issues with graduation.
But I would say 99% are between 10 to 18, right?
10 to 18, yes.
Right. So yearly, you have all this gathering, about 5,000 youth gathering at one location. Now,
yes, that's the stadium facility, the National Stadium
facility. This involves feeding, transportation, water. How do you get this done?
My dear, that's a very good one. Presently, as I'm talking to you, we don't have external funding or anywhere coming. Those are private pockets. My own pocket, my husband's own, the youth working with me, and then individuals we are able to reach out to ask them to help us. So if they have, they do. If they don't, so it's not easy to run the project, because it runs into millions of naira.
Yes,
but the best we can do for these ones is in the now, and that's why I tell them that our hands are on the plow and we are not prepared to look back.
Okay.
Because if we keep looking and waiting, then situation will keep getting bad.
So how long have you been running this yearly Pleasant Gathering thing?
Okay, this year's own, the one we are going to run on the November 2, we have one for November 2nd this year. That was going to be the 7th edition.
Okay, and you were saying that each time you have over 5,000 youth gathering.
We do that.
You take care of their feeding and all that.
And we take care of their feeding, their transportation. We hire buses. We do all the logistics. We go to the schools to mobilize them, write letters. They come with their teachers. Some come with their principals and all that to ensure that they go back. And we also have our medical team on board. We bring our medical team because we've noticed that some of them come and all of a sudden, they are young people. They develop one illness or the other. So we just direct them to our medical team. So we provide the drugs also.
Okay. Now,
we've been doing this for.
So if you have all these kids gathered at one place, what do you tell them? Because I saw you with the mic and, the motions of the picture. I mean, the motion images tells me that you were busy. What do you sell to them?
The program runs like 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And then we take them back.
Okay.
First of all, I welcome them and I try to inspire them with the word of God. And after doing that, the floor opens. We have other resource persons that come to talk to them on health issues, need to avoid HIV, some on academic issues.
Oh, HIV, STDs, right? Stay away from.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, to have to stay away, and we bring medical personnel to handle that. We also bring other resource persons that come to talk to them on the need to sit down and read and then concentrate, run a timetable for themselves, and exam tips, giving them examination tips on how they can pass their examinations. And they come with their presentations. They come with talk show, some come with choreography, some come with drama, some come with other things. And so we give them the stage.
Okay.
To do that,
Madam Joy,
presentation.
Based on my research, and correct me if I'm wrong, you have a PhD, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, by profession.
I'm a lawyer. I've not gotten my PhD.
Sweet. Good. Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
My husband is a plastic surgeon.
Good.
He's a medical doctor.
Good.
Yes.
So you are a lawyer, your husband is a plastic surgeon, and you guys could have done well for yourself. I mean, you and your family, you're living in Nigeria, life is good, right? Now, what made you decide to take on this task without help?
I think it's just the passion and the urgency. Because when you talk about urgency and when you see the need in a society and you don't give attention to it, you may be running behind schedule. Over time, I have seen some of these children make mistakes that if there were intervention earlier, those mistakes should have been avoided. And I wouldn't be sitting down and be waiting for $100 million to come my way before I step in to do it. And in stepping out to do it, I have been seeing the genuine results, the testimonies, life being transformed. The impact has been quite massive.
Okay.
And we're happy about that. And we still trust in the Lord that some people who will have the same passion like we do will come on board to assist.
Now, let me ask this question. What do you think may have happened to these children had you and your husband not decided to help them for 7 years running now?
I think the level of decadence would have been on a much higher rate than it is presently.
Okay. Now,
yes.
Are you getting...
these values are built now. Otherwise, if they are hoping to build it when they are 20 or 25, some of them may not even have listened to anybody at that age.
Are you getting help now? This is a big-time project. Are you getting help from senators, governors, all these chiefs, the government? Have you reached out to them, and are they responding positively?
The point is that we have made several efforts. I have photocopies, letters I have written to government. Sometimes I go to the government house. I will wait several hours. I will not be able to see the person, to see the governor. Every effort made so far has failed. You get there, In fact, on the last time we went there, I went with my team. We waited. We saw the chief of staff. We waited till like 1 a.m. in the night, and I got back home around that 1 a.m. My husband was already calling me. We got there around 7 p.m. They said I can come in 7, and I will be able to see him. 1 a.m. I have not seen him, and I told the guys, let's go. And by the time I got home, I was like, if this is all it takes to have, not really you engage yourself in doing this. I have been visiting the States all this while. Maybe I would have found something else to be doing in the States than being in Nigeria and be doing this.
Okay.
So that we have always been there, and the government has been coming and going. So I told my team we'll continue to do what we are doing. If they remember us next year, good. If they don't remember us, we just keep doing what we are doing. We know somehow there will be the light will come under the tunnel one day.
It's amazing. It's amazing what you're doing, and we know that God will bless you. Yeah. We are hoping. Everybody here is, of course, is just nodding their head and feeling the vibe and agreeing with you in spirit. So we know that after this interview, something great is going to happen. We are hoping that someone great out there is listening to Joy Ogbona.
Munaya,
Abego. I'm struggling with one. I have a Nigerian lady here, and I'm struggling with the last name. She's in Chicago, so she's forgiving me. So I hope you get it. But anyway,
my pleasure, my dear.
But anyway, so we hope that. So you've been doing things. You've reached out to the government, like you were saying. There are so many rich, extremely rich. Nigeria has most billionaires in I think the entire Africa continent.
It's just amazing because even the press has carried us. We have several newspapers bearing my face, bearing what we are doing.
And you'll be on the news too.
Yes. The NTA, Nigeria Television Authority, they were there on the last event. We had over 5,000.
So
they now told me it's going to be on Enugu television. If I wanted to go nationwide, I should bring 150,000. 150,000, I should be investing it in ensuring that I reach out to them.
Okay. Now you are here. The story. So we can keep going on and on because of time. So you are in the United States now. Tell us why you are here and what you're about to do. Okay,
I'm here in New York. I came for the CSW 63, the Commission on the Status of Women. This is a conference that goes on every year, during March every year. And I'm here because I submitted a proposal which was approved by the CSW of the UN. And this,
of the UN?
Yes,
okay.
The United Nations.
Okay.
And the conference is holding at headquarters, the United Nations headquarters. And this conference brings hundreds of NGOs and thousands of people from around the globe annually, and it is the largest women gathering in the UN. And so I'm going to have a presentation tomorrow titled Empowering the Women and the Girl Child, a Key to Sustainable Development. And that's going to happen at the UN Plaza, Drew Room, from 10:30 to 12 noon.
When is that?
That is tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
And what would you want to achieve with this meeting? After your speech and after everything, what would you be expecting?
Okay. Like I have always been coming here, this is going to be my third parallel event in the UN.
Okay.
This is the third, and we've always been running the documentary, trying to showcase our activities so far, and also telling the world we need assistance, we need funding, we need to be empowered as we are empowering those girls. Because we know that when you empower the girl child, you have empowered a generation.
Yes.
The girl child of today is the mother of tomorrow. And you cannot talk about national development or sustainable development or any form of nation building without, first of all, empowering the woman. Which is actually the girl child. And that's why we go to the street to look for them. Because we know that they are the model of tomorrow. And so, if they are properly guided and empowered, this nation, when you talk about economic development, social development, political development, it becomes easier with the woman, because the woman is indispensable to nation building.
And the late great Dr. Kwame Nkrumah also said it, that if you educate a man, you have educated an individual. But if you educate a woman, you have educated a nation. Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, actually, one day we will talk about Dr. Kwame Nkrumah here. His contribution to the continent of Africa and the whole world. Of course, he got independence. Ghana was the first country to have independence under the British rule at the time. I think it was 1957. Someone should correct me if I'm wrong. When Ghana had its independence, it was a great event. Dr. Martin Luther King, then Richard Nixon, all of them came down to Ghana to witness that great event. And at the time, he was proposing and fighting seriously for a united Africa, which did not materialize. And so I'm just saying this to say that he also had some very powerful beliefs and believed strongly in empowering and educating women. So, Joy, your mission is a human mission, is a world mission. Everybody's clapping for you. Can you hear it?
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much. I'm so honored and blessed to be on this platform at this time. And I want to say that
yes, your last words.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful to you, Senna, and I also look forward to seeing some of them who are listening to me at the Pleasant Garden event that comes up on the 6th of April in Maryland, where we'll be holding our second convention.
Please.
We're trying to build the attention of the people in this nation to what we are doing. All we are trying to do as I end this discussion with you is to leave our signature on the document of human history as we progress.
Okay, I was going to say that was the last word, but if somebody wants to help you, how can they come to your aid?
Okay, the website is there, and then over here, if they're here, we have an account with BB&T. We opened an account with BB&T.
Okay.
And yes.
Okay.
And
but
so we can give you the details.
Okay. But basically, if they go on pleasantgathering.org, they can make donations there, right?
They can also make donations.
Okay. Oh man, it's wonderful. We thank you so much. The next time you meet these kids, tell them that they have a support base here in Chicago called WGHC, the entire community of Chicago. Well, I don't know if I can speak on behalf of everybody in Chicago, but my guests have given me...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, my guests have given me the permission. Okay, go ahead. Now you want to... Okay, go ahead. Please tell Ugochi something. Tell her, wish her well in Igbo. Is it Yoruba?
Thank you.
Okay, so on the note of Imela Wane, if you don't understand, is that Igbo?
Thank you.
That's exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's Imela Wane. If you haven't heard anything, if you haven't learned anything on the show today, you've learned one Igbo dialect, okay? One Igbo word. Imela Wane. Thank you so much. Joy.
Thank you.
Yes.
And Imela.
Yes. Tell the kids we send our love. We will keep supporting them, that they have a big support base here in Chicago, and we will definitely be working with you. This is not the last time we'll be talking on this, okay? Anytime you come to Chicago, we'll definitely keep in touch. We'll definitely keep in touch.
Yes, we will.
All right. God bless you and your ministry.
I will come to Chicago one day.
Yes, you will come. And the next time we hear of you, you'll be on CNN. For sure.
Yes, amen.
Yes.
Amen.
I know that there are angels here. They will take the message. Probably someone is listening and might forward it. So thank you again. God bless you, and we will speak with you again.
I appreciate. Thank you, there. Love you guys.
You're so much welcome. We love you too. We love you so much for the great work you're doing.
Thank you for.
All right, so we just wrapped with Joy. Again, I got stuck with the last name. So Joy is the founder of Pleasant Gathering in Nigeria, a lady who is working tirelessly. She actually goes and hunts for destitutes on the streets. Yeah, wow. She picks them and brings them to and infuse in them, good values, morals, and gives them training, and yearly brings them together at the conference, over 5,000 people. The pictures are there. It's amazing thing what she's doing. And of course, she's here to have a presentation to the UN on women and the girl child empowerment. What a powerful story.
Is it
On the-
Pleasant Gathering?
Pleasant Gathering.
Okay.
pleasantgathering.org. On that note, we will take one song from Iyzee Mays, who is in here with us, and just want to reiterate for folks who just joined us, we have been talking to three talents in our community. They are all musicians, and we want to talk about their music and, of course, what inspired them to do this. Okay, we have a caller on the line. We'll take this call, and then we'll try and get to our guest again. Caller, please tell us your name and why you're calling.
Hi, my name is Sakara Moore from Kennedy King College, and my question is, what are you guys' top two favorite artists, and when was the moment that you guys knew that you was in love with music?
I know if you can pick it up.
The moment that I realized that I fell in love with music is when I was imitating Michael Jackson in 6th grade, where I didn't expect people to enjoy it, but I was kind of just being silly, and then they told me to sing another song. So I just I started singing, and next thing you know, I fell in love with music, and that was my way of escaping and truly expressing myself, because I've always seen myself as a socially awkward individual, and that was my way of escaping and being cool in my own reality. And that's when I fell in love with music.
Top two artists.
Okay.
Who's your top two?
Top two artists would be Michael Jackson and Sade.
Okay.
All right. Will that be it for your question this evening, madam?
Well, I think she's
Yes.
asking.
Yeah, everyone.
Oh, you wanted everyone to? Okay.
Yeah,
Go
so
Yes.
it's really difficult for me to choose two people because I literally listen to a world of music. So I'm trying to think. I know Bob Marley was a big inspiration to me. I think that what he was able to do with music and how he was able to use the messages in the music to create change in the world, a real change, was really powerful to me. And so I guess I would use Fela Kuti as the other really powerful person who I feel has influenced the way that I create music because of what he's able to say and do for the country of Nigeria. It showed me that music really was the weapon that he said it was, and I could really make a lot of change that way if I wasn't trying to be physically, yielding a gun and wielding a gun. I can actually use my pen as a weapon and create change. So those two artists were the ones I think that have really influenced me. Whenever I sit down to write, I think, what would Fela say? Or how would Bob say it? And so I approached the writing that way. I knew that I was an artist when, so I actually went to college on a track scholarship. So I wasn't really an artist at all. I was a student athlete. And it wasn't until I got to college that I realized that I really love writing. And so I entered the arts through writing, writing songs, writing stories, writing a lot of stories and essays, really. And so that helped. That's how I got into poetry. And through poetry, it opened the whole world of music for me.
Okay.
Amazing. This is Aaron, and the moment that I knew I loved music, it's kind of similar to your story. In college, a friend of mine had downloaded a free program, Fruity Loops, on his computer, and I was so fascinated that you can make music on a computer. And once he showed me that I could do that with like a keyboard and a mouse, I just literally never put it down. The moment that I knew I wanted to be a professional music artist was when one of my songs that they might play tonight, Thinking of You, was played at a dinner table and my cousin cried. It was a song that was about the passing of my father, a prominent minister of the South Side. And when I saw my cousin cry off the song, it was the song and the realness of it. I said, oh, I have to do this, because if I can impact people like that, oh, man, that's what it's all about. My top two artists would have to be Jay-Z and Kanye West. Chi-Town, and I love Jay. I mean, those two artists have really shaped my mentality over the music industry. Like them or hate them, those are just two prominent hip-hop artists that I just think they are always different every time they come out. And I like that.
Okay.
All right, caller. Will that be it for you tonight?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you for
wonderful
your
night.
question.
You too. Thanks.
Your inspiration for this Vegas. First of all, why Vegas?
So I actually wrote the song when I was in Vegas. I had went on a short tour with there was a guy named Sir the Baptist. I'm not sure if you guys heard of him. I went on tour with him, and we didn't get any sleep. We drove all the way from Chicago to Phoenix, to Los Angeles. Los Angeles, we made a song with MC Light called House Party. And then we traveled to Vegas. In Vegas, we were all so stressed out that we got into it together. We didn't party or anything, but I started hallucinating that I was partying. So I had wrote a song about what I wish I was doing in Vegas while I was in Vegas, but I didn't do anything that I said about in the song in Vegas.
But the video, you can go back and do it.
Looks like we have a caller on the line. Please tell us your name and why you're calling.
Hello, Latanya Johnson, Executive Director of Latanya and the Youth of Inglewood.
Okay.
Also a student at Kennedy King College.
All right.
And my question is, if I put you guys in a room full of young students, meaning ages 5 and up, how can you teach them about the beautiful music that you all produce, like, to give them some sense of, it's not always rap, all the love songs and all the bad songs, just the beauty of the music that you all produce. What kind of advice, should I say, can you give those little people and, help them with the sound of the music? And, yeah, because I'll probably be sitting in the room, too.
Well, what I would do is I usually just try and give the young people more access to different kinds of music. So just because you're into hip-hop doesn't mean you can't listen to jazz music or, say, reggae music or music from other genres, because they actually inform the music that you'll end up creating. So I don't think that there's any one person that just listens to one genre of music. I think we all listen to different styles: rock, reggae, soul, house. So I think just giving them more options of music to listen to so they can see that there's a world outside of just hip hop and other genres is really important. And even if they were to find out that some of their favorite hip hop artists actually listen to other genres too. So like, say, Q-Tip and Tribe Called Quest and De La Soul, these bands, they used to listen to jazz music. They would listen to different genres. It just informed the music they eventually would create. So sometimes play classical music, sometimes play some jazz tunes. Just give them an idea of just this whole universe that is music. That would be my suggestion.
And I think what you also would like to know, and then correct me if I'm wrong, caller, that she also wants to know how we can encourage these young people to stay positive with music and not necessarily go, use crazy words and, what.
Yeah.
Right. I think, if am I correct, caller?
Yeah, only reason I said that, and the reason why I said young folks is because they listen to what their parents listen to, and a lot of our young parents listen to straight hip hop. They may go out to a club and hear the reggae, but I'm a witness to them just playing rap. And when they get in their cars and things like that.
Right.
And that's why I said the age 5, because that's all that they hear is all the bad music, all the bad things. So, and that's why I asked you, like, if you was in a room full of kids, like little kids like that, what? Yeah. So he was exactly right.
Yeah.
If I may, I'd like to chime in on this. On a day-to-day basis, I work with kids. I manage part of the WIC food and nutrition program throughout the city. So I feed kids on a daily basis. One of the things that I would see to incorporate them as far as learning new genres would be to bring instrumentation and record them making music together. So one person could play some drums, one could play a cymbal, and we'll try to see what we can develop. It's something when kids see themselves recording it, that they understand they're putting something together. And in that case, we could explore, like, hey, we're going to try to conduct a jazz song. We'll try to conduct an R&B song. We'll try to conduct a rock song. And we'll give them a little framework and have them each play a little part. I think that they would love that. it builds
I
teamwork.
agree.
No person is bigger, and they all work together to create a different form. And they can take it home and be like, Mom, I was part of a song. So the parents are like, wow, you made something different.
And that's a really good suggestion. I actually do that with young people. And I mean, when they see just how many pieces, it could be like 18, 20 of them, but every person's sound adds to the music. You know what I mean? So even if you're playing a triangle, that triangle has a tone that is necessary. So that's a great idea, Aaron.
And I think that's a great question too, because a lot of times people think, or people, you would think that only, music, secular music with, profane words and vulgar words are popular, and those are the ones that sell. But I think if you do clean music and positive music, it sells as well. I mean, those are needed in our society as well.
Yes, it's true.
I mean,
I think that's something they should teach in grammar school, because they don't have. Okay, so I'm from Inglewood all day. I have a small youth center, so y'all work with kids day-to-day basis. I work with them every day too, Monday through Friday from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Again, my organization name is Latanya and the Youth of Inglewood. I'm the mother of Inglewood.
All right.
And so my youth center is 6020 South House to come visit. I created that. I've been doing this for over 5 years now. So, again, a lot of stuff has been taken out of the school, so they don't have these different, instruments and little things that they can make instruments out of. I ain't heard it yet. I guess maybe for Christmas. But, I just wanted to see what your perspective was when it comes to smaller kids, because that's what I work with.
All right.
And I think
a lot of people.
Iyzee wanted to chime in on that.
I think that a lot of the music today, kids associate it with sounding cool, but if we change the lyrics and still had the same melody, same beat, it could be uplifting, it could be positive, and they would still listen to it. It would still have that modern sound that they're going for, and I don't think that music necessarily has to have the profane language that it has, or have the sexuality that it brings to the culture. I think that if we change the message and made it about love, it could still have the exact same sound, and it can inspire kids to look at women with more respect, and look at each other with more respect, and not get involved into the media or get inspired to get into the violence of the music, or get inspired in a negative aspect. So I think that all we would need to do is just change the message, and I think that all the music, we could teach the kids that you can have the same sound, but just change the lyrics, and it would still give off what the desired effect that they're going for.
Right, absolutely. And my thing with that is like y'all music, because I've been listening to it the whole time. I hadn't said it in a while, but I have it on. And, I don't know if you see it says beautiful music, a beautiful song. It says something. So, of course, it's always a pleasure for me, myself, personally, to hear music like that, because I can nod my head and do the same thing as they doing in rap, maybe just a little more slower, and, a little more into the music.
And
so that's what I was saying about the kids learning that in school, so that they can change their tune. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to. Rap is not where it's at all the time. That's what mom played, but rap is not where it's at. Let you listen to this positivity. You tell me what you get out of it. Y'all like the challenge.
And they need to hang up around grandma more, because maybe mom is playing the rap music. But grandma's
young too now.
Yeah, grandma's young. Grandma's not playing like Etta James, but she could be playing something maybe.
Latanya, we got to move on to the next one. But
I need a bake.
Shoot me an email. Can you shoot me an email? Okay, because you're doing a very great work. We want to be able to work with you.
Yeah.
My email.
Can I just say this briefly? I just got picked up by a New York film company that's going to come and film me next week, and we're going to walk through the community.
Okay.
They're coming all the way from New York, and
look at that.
That's progressive.
I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
So, I'm really excited about this adventure there, and it's going to be in, they're going to show it in all the film festivals and maybe Netflix, and I'm just like, little old me, like, what did you guys find here? So, it's always a pleasure, and I'm truly thankful for what I do in my community. And just to let y'all know, I do it all free. I don't charge the kids nothing. I do it all free.
Yeah, I picked up in my spirit that we have to work with you, and all of you.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so
Okay,
email me.
but I'll shoot you an email,
Yeah.
and thank you all so very, very much.
Thank you.
for all the
We
work
need
you
more
do.
people like you in this community.
music.
Yeah.
Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.
info.progressiveminds@gmail.com. Okay.
Okay, got you.
All right. Have a good night.
All right, thanks. You too. Bye.
Bye bye. It's been your servant, Alinko, coming your way again. God willing, we shall see you next week, 7 to 8. Remember, actually, the time is going to change from April, okay? Keep this. Remember, it's going to change from 6 to 8 instead of 7 to 9. 6 to 8 instead of 7 to 9. From April, we're going to change that. Remember, to whom much is given, much is required. Bye-bye.